Yo, welcome back. Okay, today I'm gonna be talking about building yourself up. So, if you want to build yourself up and you want to have a better life, you have to focus more on yourself. Now, this sounds very selfish, right? And we are not trained in school or in life or in religion to be selfish. Most of the times in philosophy or in life, you are trained to be selfless. But I'm here to tell you that it's impossible for a person to be selfless, because being selfless results, well, you can't be selfless. It's impossible for you to be selfless. There is not one person in the world that has not lived their whole life being selfless. And the reason why this is impossible is because to be selfless, you have to jump outside of your body. And that's how you become selfless. Let me give you an example. Well, actually, I'm going into a tangent here. I'm going into a spiral of something else. What I really want to tell you is that if you want to build yourself up, you need to focus more on yourself and not on other people. Now, Michael Jordan is a great basketball player, and he will be forever known as one of the greatest basketball players. Now, I've heard people try to rewrite history and say, you know what, he was not as great as these guys, and these other guys before him looked up to him. Plus, with basketball evolving, you get better basketball players like Kobe and LeBron and all these other people, and as time goes on, you get better and better basketball players. But actually, what we got to know is that Michael Jordan was iconic. So he will always be described in history as being one of the greatest basketball players to ever live. Regardless of whether he was the greatest, he's already iconic. So he's always going to be the icon. So when someone says name a great basketball player, Michael Jordan is the default. Regardless if someone beats his records or what have you, because the same thing happened to Babe Ruth. Babe Ruth was one of the greatest baseball players that ever lived, but then his records were beaten by so many people. It was beaten by, I believe, Hank Aaron, and after that it was beat by Mike McGuire, maybe is his name. But who do we say is one of the greatest baseball players of all time? We do not say Hank Aaron, even though he was a great baseball player. We say that Babe Ruth was one of the greatest baseball players of all time because he's iconic. And that's just the default. So it doesn't matter if it's true or not. Alright, so what I'm trying to say here is, if you're trying to build yourself up, you need to focus on yourself and what you are, and not try to be what someone else is. Alright? Michael Jordan was a great basketball player. If I'm focused on being a better basketball player than Michael Jordan by being better than him, I'm really not in my element. I'm trying to be better at someone that naturally was, well, I don't know if it was naturally, but someone that really passionately and really dedicated themselves to one thing, which was basketball. Even though he does many other things now, but at that time he devoted his life or his time, and he took very serious the game of basketball, and he became an iconic basketball player. If I'm trying to be the next Michael Jordan, or if I'm trying to be better than Michael Jordan, don't you see that I'm focused on someone else? Don't you see in my speech, in what I just said? I just said I'm trying to be better than Michael Jordan. I'm trying to run his path and become better at what he did. But that's not me. I can't play basketball. I'm not good at that. That's not what I was created for. So, in order to build yourself up, you have to understand what you are, who you are, and what you want to be. And you got to almost say, you know what, forget everybody else that exists. What am I good at? What am I shining at? And what can I do great at? And where can I leave my mark? And where can I be iconic? That comes from me solely. And it does not get compared to anybody else. In what area do I shine the most? And if you really look and focus on yourself, you're going to soon realize what your strengths are and what your weaknesses are. One of my great strengths in life, well, not even that great, but in school, was I was really great at math. So I loved math, and I just flourished in math, and that's it. So I could have easily built a career off of math. I could have been like a astrophysicist or something like that if I wanted to, because math and science was something that I excelled in, something that was very easy for me to understand and to comprehend and to build on. I never chose that because, one, I'm an idiot. Two, I didn't even know I should have done that, because all they teach you in school is just a bunch of random things, and you're supposed to, like, what are you supposed to do with all that crap? I don't know. I didn't have a direction in life. But now I'm more focused on myself, and I'm more selfish now. Is being selfish a bad thing? It's not a bad thing. It might hurt people when you're selfish, but those that are educated and understand about human and animal behavior, they will know that being selfish is the only thing a human can do. When you eat, you're being selfish. When you breathe, you actually are being selfish. If you are in a room with 20 people and there's only air for 10 people, you're going to have 20 people trying to kill 10 people. It's because it's survival to be selfish. Our bodies want to live, and the body does a lot of crazy things when you try to take its life. So what I'm trying to tell you is, if you want to build yourself up, you need to be more selfish and not feel guilty about it. Because in reality, it's human nature. This could be why one of the reasons why narcissistic people are very successful. Now, this might be something that might turn you off, or might actually turn your stomach to think, but you know what? If you study human behavior, you realize that people are not they don't like the truth, basically. Some people have to have things sugar coated for them, and some people could look at the dark truth and say, all right, this is just what it is. It's just what it is. So when you're building yourself up, think about your needs. Think about what benefits you. Think about what is going to build you up and what you are good at. And one of the things you got to do also is stop focusing on other people. Because if you're distracted by someone else, let's say your neighbor is a plumber, or he has his own plumbing business, and he's very successful. He's wildly successful, and he's just raking in all the money. And you're like, I can do that. I could do way better than this guy at plumbing. Well, that's not the damn point. You're actually doing that first thing where you're not being selfish. You're trying to be the best Michael Jordan again. You are not Michael Jordan. Michael Jordan already existed. He already did his thing. He left his mark. Forget about Michael Jordan. Who are you? What are you good at? What can you build yourself up to? You'll start to notice that if you become more selfish and ask, how does this benefit me? What am I getting out of this? What do I need to do to build myself up? And you start focusing your time and energy on yourself and on creating things with yourself and not thinking about other people. You're gonna start to see a lot of progress in your life. Part of the reason why I quit my job was because I started to realize, you know what? I'm just working for someone else. I'm building someone else's dream. I asked my first selfish question, and that selfish question was, why am I building someone else's dream so that they can have a great, amazing life and I could be stuck here in poverty? That was my first selfish question that I asked myself, being selfish. And then I asked, do I even know this person that I'm making rich? Do they even invite me to their house? Or do they even want to be my friend? Or do they even talk to me? And I quickly realized in asking those selfish questions that the president and owners of the companies that were driving Mercedes and Teslas and BMWs and going on these expensive trips all around the world, they didn't give a crap about me, and I was basically not of value to them. All they wanted was my labor, and they were being selfish because they didn't give a crap about my life. They didn't care about giving me a living wage. And here I am trying to do a great job, look really good for the managers, for the vice president, so that they could say, you know what, you did a good job. Until I started to see that I was getting burned out, and I devoted too many years, time, energy to build these other people up when I could have been selfish, started my own business, cared about myself, asked questions like, how can I build myself up? And I should have done this a long ass time ago, but because of circumstances and education and what we don't know and what we do not question, and because of guilt, and sometimes because of religion, you start to realize, oh shoot, like I'm really messing my own life up to build other people's lives up. It was almost like we're at a party, right? and I'm waiting for everybody to get cake, and once everybody gets cake, then I'm gonna get a slice of cake. But what I don't realize is that everybody that's getting cake is thinking only about themselves, and they're just indulging in the cake, and I'm the idiot waiting for everyone to have a slice of cake, only to find out that when I get there, everybody already fucking ate cake. They didn't give a crap about me, even though I gave a crap about them, and they left me with no fucking cake. How horrible is that? This is why it's important to be selfish. It is very important to be selfish and build yourself up. Don't give a crap about anybody else. Don't try to replicate someone else's life. Don't try to be a famous TikToker or a famous Instagrammer or an Instagram model, or don't start building people up. Because even when you're on social media and you're building and you're doing all those videos of like you posting your life and all that stuff, you're actually building that tech company's life up, because you're making it more popular. You're contributing to their success. And what do you really get out of posting your pictures and spending money and making all these elaborate photos and posting them online? What are you actually getting out of this? You're getting like 1,000 likes, or like 2,000 likes, or 10,000 likes. Like, what can you do with those likes? Tell your friend that you got 10,000 likes? Your friends are going to get jealous and they're going to say, well, you got 10,000 likes. Kylie Jenner got 10 million likes, and she's a billionaire. You see what I'm trying to say there? You need to be more selfish and realize, you need to ask this question: am I building someone else up, or am I building myself up? If you're on social media to build yourself up and not to build someone else up, also realize, are you doing things for free? Are you making dance videos or photography videos or travel videos for free? Because if you're doing all that stuff for free on Instagram or Facebook or TikTok, whatever social medias there's going to be in the future also, because this video will get old and people would say, well, what was TikTok? TikTok was like a social media app where people do stupid things, post it online for free, and get a bunch of views and likes, but never get paid for it. So they're essentially giving away their business for free, all for likes and views, just for attention, for boast. People waste millions of time being online searching videos for what? Just wasting your time. Now, this is another thing. When you're trying to build yourself up, who is the star of your reality? Who's the superstar of your reality? You have to be the superstar of your reality. Now, if you cannot wait to get home and watch the latest episode of fill in the blank on Netflix because you want to see this, you are not the star of your own reality. You are not the superstar of your life. You have to be the superstar. You have to create content where you have to say, I want to see myself in this. So focus more on yourself and stop worshiping celebrities or human beings like they're some sort of angelic beings that are out of this world. They're just regular people that freaking eat and shit just like everybody else. like, enough is enough. It's 2020, dude. Like, don't be worshiping celebrities or people that just don't really do anything. It does not help you at all. Stop idolizing people. Regular human people that if they walked in front of a bus, they die. Stop doing that shit. And be more focused on yourself. If you want a better life for yourself. If you do not want a better life for yourself and you're comfortable with the way things are right now, with the way your life is going, then by all means you didn't even have to watch this damn video. You could do whatever you want because you are your own person. If you want to live your life worshiping average people that look attractive, because that's all they are. They're just attractive people doing stupid shit. If that stuff makes you feel good and that's what you want in your life and that's what you want to do for the rest of your life, then that's your own damn life. But for those who want to build themselves up, this is a video to help people understand how to build yourself up. If you want to build yourself up, this information is just free for people to listen to. Hopefully it will help you out. If you want to build yourself up, you have to be more selfish and not be guilty about it, regardless of what your religion, beliefs, philosophies, science tells you, whatever the hell else tells you, whatever a blog tells you. You have to actually be more selfish and start asking the real questions, which is, what am I doing to benefit myself? And also, when you do a task and you devote energy to it, you're investing your energy and time and all this other stuff on there. You need to ask, is this task going to benefit me? Like, let's say you're trying to build an Instagram on flowers. So you go all over the world to take pictures of the greatest flowers of the world because you like taking pictures of flowers. Are you doing that to be famous, or are you doing that for yourself? And also, how is that going to benefit you financially? Or how is this going to pleasure you? Is it going to actually be worth doing it? These are the questions you need to ask yourself when you're trying to build yourself up. You have to ask very selfish questions. I've dated people that were selfless and selfish. Usually the people that are selfish are the ones you fall in love with the most. But those are also the people that hurt you the most, because they are only thinking about themselves and what you can do for them. Now, in relationships, there's no way of giving and taking. You have to give and take, or else you will lose one of the people there. But I come to realize, like, okay, now I start to see why these people are selfish. It's not great for the long haul to be that selfish. You can control it. Like, I'm not telling you to snatch food off of a person's plate. But if there's a line for cake, run to the damn cake. Even if everybody's walking, you run. You get that cake first. And if they say, hey, why are you getting the cake first? Just don't give a crap. As long as you get your cake, you're happy, enjoy yourself. Or you can wait till a few people get their cake and then you get your cake. But nevertheless, everybody is in line to get cake. And if you're just waiting for everybody to get their cake, you're not going to have any cake at the end. Possibly. So making money and building yourself up is a lot like standing in line for cake. You could either stand in line for cake and wait till it's your turn in line to get the cake, or you could try to cut in line if it's not illegal to get your cake. You have to get your money, because if you do not get your money, if you do not get money or make money, someone else is going to make money. And they don't give a crap about you. They don't care if you made money or not. How many people care about the homeless? The homeless population is increasing rapidly. So what does this mean? Why don't people help the homeless? People do help the homeless. People give them like a taco, or they give them food, they give them drinks. There's a homeless that sits right across the street from my business, which I'm in right now. This is my business. I have I could open I have like a little store too, so I could open it, but it's not open yet. It's early in the morning. So there's a guy across the street. He's been there for a year, because I have been in business for 1 year. I'm gonna make a video on this. He's eaten every day because people give him food, people give him drinks and all that stuff, and when people don't give him stuff, he asks for it and people give him stuff. So also right next to my business there's a taco truck, and recently there's this guy that sells churros on the street. So my business, which is a brick and mortar business, is right in between two people trying to get their bread, me trying to get my bread. Also, I have neighbors that are making money, and they have their own businesses on both sides across the street. So we are all trying to get money. And the thing is, no one's stopping you from getting money. If let's say you're in a bunch of stands, right? You're in a business, like let's say you work like in a swap meet or something like that, or like a flea market, and there's a bunch of tents, and some lady is at someone else's tent trying to buy, I don't know, trying to buy like fruit baskets or whatever they sell in the flea markets. So you sell fruit markets too. I mean, you sell fruit market. You sell fruit baskets also, but she's looking at someone else's fruit baskets from a different vendor, because you guys sell similar things. It is not illegal for you to go up to that lady and say, "Hey, you know what? I got some. You're looking for some fruit baskets? I got some fruit baskets over there. You might want to check out too." Now the vendor that's dealing with that customer, he's gonna be pissed, right? But he's also not gonna give a crap if you don't make a sale that day. So where is the morality there? Everybody's trying to get the bread. Everybody's trying to get cake. Whether you wait for the cake, or you go and get the cake, or you run to the cake. It all depends on how you get the damn cake. But everyone in the damn world is trying to make money, and you need money to live and to survive. And yes, money is, in some religions and some beliefs, they say, well, money is the root of all evil. That's just a bunch of bull crap that's meant to denaturize yourself so that you're more submissive. But actually living without money is going to cause a lot of problems for you. So you can have money, you can make lots of money and still be a decently moral person. You don't have to make money and kill people. You don't have to make money and traffic children, stuff like that. That's not the way to make money. You could make money ethically, or what is that called? Ethically? Probably ethically. But making money is free game. If yesterday the churro guy had a huge line of people buying churros. Now I have a little store that sells all kinds of stuff, like sombreros or flags, all kinds of all kinds of unique items. Like it's almost like a gift shop. And I sell drinks and snacks and stuff like that too. There is nothing stopping me from getting those sombreros, walking to that damn line and saying, you know what, I got sombreros for sale, I got this for sale, I got these shoes for sale. The only thing it's gonna cost me is a little bit of guts and maybe some cringiness, because it's cringy to go up to people and say, oh, I got these things for sale and all that stuff. But if I sell 10 sombreros, which I sell for 25 bucks, look, these right here. This one goes for 12 bucks. It's what I sell in my shop. If I sell those for 12 bucks, and let's say I sell 10 of these stupid sombreros. Well, they're not stupid, they're cool. Because there's hundreds of people in the line, and let's say I sell only 10. And it took me 3 hours to sell those 10 sombreros. I just made $120 selling 10 sombreros, which I got very cheaply from Mexico. Authentic Mexican material, authentic Mexican sombrero. This is not an American sombrero. This is legit, like a legit Mexican handmade sombrero. It is actually very impressive that they made these sombreros. And they're only 12 bucks. And to get them from Mexico, they're so cheap. Enough said with that stuff. But nothing is stopping me from going to the churro man's business and taking some of the money from them. It's all free. It's all fair game because he's on the street. He's right there on the main boulevard. This shop right here is on the boulevard or the avenue, whatever it's called, but it's on the main highway. If I go outside this door, 30,000 people, I calculated around 30,000 cars pass by my shop every single day. So I'm trying to utilize all those people and advertise so that they can see something of mine and I can get more and more customers, and I'm starting to bring more people into me, and I'm building my business little by little. And it's building it because I'm becoming more selfish, and I'm not a jerk. I'm not trying to hurt nobody, but money is fair game because we all have to make money. And some people don't want to make a lot of money. Some people are happy working their asses off 40 hours a day for someone only to make $300 to $400 a week. That's enough to let them go to like a little nice restaurant, have a nice little car and stuff like that. It's not enough to pay rent in California because I live in California. You need to make at least $1,000 to $1,500 a week to afford your own house. So you have to make a lot of money. And some people are happy making that $400 a week, but their quality of life is very low. And I respect them if that's what they actually want to do, is they want to bust their butts every week and live paycheck to paycheck. If that's what you seriously want to do, by all means do that. But I do not want to build someone else's dreams up. I want to actually be selfish and build my dreams up and make myself super rich and successful. And I'm not going to harm people by doing it. I'm going to do things legitly, ethically, but also fairly. Like the way I said, people out there with money is fair game. If someone's in line for something else, it's fair game for me to say, you know what, do you want to buy this? If they say no, or they say get the F out of here, then first off, I wouldn't let a person talk to me like that. But if they say I'm not interested, I respect that and I move on to the next person. But I'm always being selfish and trying to build myself up and focus on myself. And instead of watching videos or TikTok or social media or Facebook or Instagram, instead of following these people on there living their best life, I'm living my own life, not caring about anybody else on Instagram or on Facebook or whatever, TikTok, whatever hell else social medias, because there's going to be more social medias that give you likes, that give you lots of comments, give you lots of views and all that stuff, but they don't make you no damn money. Unless it makes you money, I'm gonna be doing it. And I'm not gonna give my labor away for free unless I feel like I'm gonna get a better return. So that is my risk. If I'm doing it for free, I'm doing it just so I know that I'm gonna be getting some skill or something, some sort of experience, and I'm going to get a financial return. Alright, so that's enough of this subject of how to build yourself up. Basically, be more selfish. Ask the right selfish questions. How are you going to build yourself up? So look for my other videos because I randomly get these ideas, and instead of writing them down, because I used to write a lot, I used to love writing, now I'm realizing that, you know what, I could just vlog it, and it's a lot easier to vlog it than to actually write it down on physical paper. And I'm going to have a better record of this through my whole life, and this video will last a long time. So if you like this video, please like, please subscribe if you want more information. I don't just do vlogs. I started off as doing vlogs, but I also make like DIY videos, and I'll probably show you a tour of my little shop here one of these days. I've been in business for 1 year, so I expect to I'm gonna make a video on my 1 year progress. So just keep an eye out for that stuff, and hopefully you learned something from this. You didn't take it badly, and hopefully some of this helps you out into building yourself up and really living your life and fulfilling your dreams, not someone else's dreams. All right, so that's it for now. I'll see you guys in another video.